Philip Lemper here from APEC Virtual Selling. So recently I've had a couple of meetings that ended up being highly problematic because they were organized across multiple time zones. So inspired by those issues, I thought I would put together a quick video where I'll share with you a free tool that I've been using for a number of years now that has helped me avoid such issues on my side. I have to mention here that this is just me sharing something that has worked well for me. I'm not affiliated with this tool in any way or have any commercial interest in sharing it with you. All right, so the tool is worldtimebody.com and I will link it in the description also. So essentially it's quite a handy tool that allows to compare and schedule things across different time zones. So let me very briefly show you. So I have Sydney here. Let me add a couple of maybe two more time zones to keep it simple. So let's say we have somebody that we want to connect with in New York in the US. So we'll put that in. We could put also just the name of the time zone, but let's do that. And then the other person is in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. So we'll put that in as well. And as you can see here, it gives you a very nice picture of the time overlap. You can also select here a particular date you want to compare this on. And this can be especially useful as with daylight savings times, different time zones, especially between the northern and southern hemisphere, go in and out of daylight savings at different times. So I find it especially useful to put a particular date in here that you're looking for. And essentially you can compare, right? You can compare and pick something that works for all time zones. So just looking over here, probably something like around 7 p.m. New York time seems to be working best. What you can do is if you want to have a range, you can just select that and then you can send somebody a link to that particular range. You could see there's calendar integrations here as well, or you could just do a link for these time zones so that somebody can compare. A couple of other things you can do, and I believe the free version is limited to a couple of time zones and you can have unlimited time zones in the paid version. So it's quite simple, but it has tremendously helped me and made scheduling some of these international meetings across multiple time zones much easier for me. Hope this was useful. One thing that I'll mention as well to keep in mind that is not obvious from seeing this, but something that helped me as well, like a little tip, is that most calendar tools for ongoing meetings or meetings that were scheduled before any time zone changes like the daylight savings going in and out of it, they tend to always honor the original time, the time for the person who was setting this meeting. So if I'm setting a meeting at 9 a.m. my time, and then there's a daylight savings change in my time zone, that meeting will still occur at 9 a.m. my time, but will effectively shift for a time zone that didn't have a time change, daylight savings time during that time. Hope that makes sense and hope this was useful. Again, wasn't meant to be an in-depth demo, so have a look for yourself, play around with the tool, but as mentioned already, it has helped me quite a bit.